Yo, it's Mel from Rap Rankings. To hear the full episode this clip comes from and all the other episodes, stop by raprankings.com or search Rap Rankings on your favorite podcast platform.
And we're back, and we're joined by a guest who we've not heard from since season 4. And even then, they joined us to discuss the film. It was the Moulz Mel at the Movies season, and they joined us for Moulz Mel at the Movies. They didn't actually ever review a song on the show with us. So welcome back, but in some way, for the first time, friend of the show, a staff writer at Pitchfork, and the host of the Real Notes podcast, Cinema Sai.
Peace. How y'all feeling, man? I'm happy to be back like I never left on some actual music shit. How are y'all feeling tonight, man?
I'm feeling great, man. How are you?
I'm fantastic. I just ate some. I just had me and my girlfriend just made some fucking rice bowls with snap peas and beef. Shit was crazy. It's kind of smacking.
Now I have to ask: did you use that Australian Wagyu?
Not this time. I have no idea. Maybe it was Australian Wagyu, but whatever. Well, it's whatever every plate sent. So it's whatever every plate sent.
Love to hear it.
You got a code for that? You got an affiliate code?
I do not.
I want to get a free plate. What's the problem?
I could. No. I actually can. I got the there's cards. I'll send you the code later.
Listen, folks, we're gonna run up Cinema Sai's every plate coupon code. We're gonna get Cinema Sai and his girlfriend some free meals. We're gonna get free meals. The whole world is gonna be eaten.
Jesus Christ.
Cinema Sai, you have to forgive us. You know, we're very poor. This is known. Long-time listeners know this. So I'm sorry you're being harassed for affiliate codes. I see me as the, I hate to have to bring this back, as the same person on the show. I have enough, etiquette to not beg for free plates of food. Okay? So you can trust me. Mel's the guy you can trust. This guy Moulz over here. All right. I don't know about him.
Look,
right.
To me, this is the big get back. Like, corporate America is offering free meals shipped to you. All you have to do is cook them, and you get them for free. The people who gave the code to you get free. This is America. This is what we've signed up for.
The only thing we're missing is the sponsorship. There's no sponsorship. We're just fucking with the food. There's nothing wrong with begging for a free plate of food. The only way to make food taste better is if it's free. So
you're right.
I feel it.
I was just telling Moulz the other day. I gave a rating actually. I told him free food is an 8+.
Yes, okay. Even if you have to see Beast, which might be, you said, a 5+?
Starring Idris Elba. Listen, I don't want to get into my review of that film, but look, on paper, a nigga fighting a lion sounds like a great premise. Okay? Right? But this isn't listen, we already did the movie review, man. This music, man. Movie reviews ain't really my mode, man. This mode, my mode, music. So yeah, we're happy to have you back doing the music this time. We did the Hustle and Flow movie during our review of both the movie and the soundtrack. Ain't no soundtracks this time around. Okay. Unless we talk about the movie that is A$AP Rocky's life, I suppose.
Right. And these mixtapes, which at a time were the soundtrack to the streets.
I was about to say that and my college years, but mostly the streets. The streets.
Well, hey, listen, we're here. This is track 5, brand new guy featuring Cinema Sai. And before we launch into this, it's been a while, and plus this is your first time on for a music review. I figured I'd take you through this rating system real quick, for not only you, but the audience. It's their first time here. These guests, they bring in a lot of Moulz was telling you off air, you're a draw, man. People, they like you. They really like you, okay? You're in one of our top 10 episodes of all time, okay?
Wow. I love y'all too. I appreciate that. Run up the numbers for everybody. We here.
We here. We definitely here. But so the people who are here for the first time, I'll walk them through that system real quick. So here we go. The rating system is simple. Each song is rated on a scale of 1 to 10. These numbers do not reflect the quality of a song, as that is indeterminable. Instead, each number reflects a level of enjoyment. In short, here's what each number means. 10 means this is a perfect song to me, one of my favorite songs of all time. 9 means I love it. 8 means I like it a lot. 7 means I like it. 6 means it's alright. I don't dislike it, but I can't say that I like it. 5 means I feel practically nothing about this. 4 means it's not the worst thing I've ever heard, but I dislike it. 3 means just I dislike it. 2 means I hate it, and 1 means I absolutely can't stand it, one of the worst things I've ever heard. Side note, you can add a plus or a minus to those numbers. The pluses and minuses have no mathematical or statistical value. They are merely indicators that mean one of two things. 1, it's like saying a strong or light version of that number. 7 plus, strong 7. 9 minus, light 9. Second thing, it indicates the rating could go up or down in the future. The ratings on this show are not static. We got a whole segment dedicated to changing ratings called I Was Fucking Tripping. So you're that 7 plus, you know, that'll tell you, hey, one day they might go to an 8. It could drop too. It could drop to a 6. You never know. But that's all it means. So if you want to add a plus or a minus on there, don't worry. It doesn't change the number at all. It's just, you know, a little extra seasoning on top. Let them know how you really feel. But yeah, that's it. That's the rating system. So
question: Has anyone ever rated anything as 0 before?
I feel like maybe Jesse, the third member of our show, as we call him, has like just in jest, like in passing, he's maybe given something a 0. I think
on the show itself, the lowest actual rating I've given a song is a 2 minus.
Okay.
It's a song by one of the featured artists on this record we're doing.
Oh.
I gotta know now. Who is it?
It was Sex Drive, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's Sex Drive from Habits and Contradictions.
He really hates that record.
It's a really awful record. And off the show, because we've never done this guy's albums. Hopefully we never have to. Tom McDonald, Fake Woke, I gave a 1 minus.
Oh, Jesus. What the fuck?
All right. Well, yeah, we won't have to get into that territory tonight. Thankfully, it ain't going that low. But yeah, that's that's the system. And with that said, you know, we like to give our guests the option to go first if they like. You know, if you want to give us your rating first, if you want us to lead off, however you want to do this.
All right, I'll go first. Okay. So I think, I think off top, because I've been listening to this for the last couple of days. Not this song specifically, but this album in general. I want to say that Brand New Guy by Rocky and Q is I'm gonna say a 7 plus.
Okay.
I'm gonna say it's a 7 plus.
Wow.
You know, it's solidly entertaining. The beat is beautiful, and it's so easy to just kind of like sink into like a beanbag chair. And you know, like, and you know, like anybody who starts a verse off talking about camo down to my boxers, gold teeth, and bathe in ape, like that's just like such an image to me. You know, like it's such a beautiful like I'm real big on like as a writer, I'm big on first sentences and like first impressions in a song. Word. And that's just like a damn like I could see that outfit. You know, like That's all I needed at that moment. So.
Okay. And for the type of music we're trafficking in right now, that's what you come in here for, basically. Like,
exactly.
That's the Rocky experience, you know? So I get that. Now, I have a somewhat storied history with this song. We'll get into it in a little bit. But to start, I just want to say I give this one a 6 minus.
Okay.
I like elements of it. I do. The positives, I'll say, are... I agree. I think the beat is the best thing about it. As is the case with the majority of the songs on this project for me, the beat is like the least of my issues specifically. ScHoolboy Q has a pretty good verse on this one. And when him and Rocky are kind of going back and forth, I think they have good chemistry on the track together.
Agreed. Yeah.
I like this record better than the one we did on the aforementioned Habits and Contradictions, Hands on the Wheel. This is better than that, at least. But for me, it's Rocky who holds back my, you know, putting this song over as something I'd actually want to listen to. So It's Rocky's voice to me, his performance, his flow. and part of this is like not really his fault. It's not like he invented this flow, but that 2012 ass flow I've been having to talk about a lot lately. I mean, let's just say it hasn't really aged well in the last 10 years. And the chorus, I absolutely can't stand. That actually might be worse than Rocky. When we get like the proliferation of the screwed up vocals around this time in music, I call it the voice. But when it's coming from an artist like Rocky, it just like, I don't want it. We can get into the, sort of Midwestern and Southern influences that he has throughout this tape. Not that he's devoid of any sort of New York influence, but, oh man, the brand new guy. I hate the voice, okay? I'm not a fan of the voice. Mel, what do you got here on Brand New Guy? You're a brand new guy, right?
Well, in theory, yeah, because, this is, I think you'd agree, I would be considered a part of this generation. Like, this tape was kind of one of those defining tapes of my generation. I think when this came out.
Same here.
Yeah, it's like, what was this, 2011? I think
2011, 2012, yeah.
Yeah.
Halloween 2011.
Right. So I was 18, and I remember all the buzz. I remember, the hype behind this guy. Like 2011, when you asked me, like, who was buzzing? Odd Future, A$AP Rocky,
Yeah, Kendrick and Q and
Kendrick,
TDE. Yeah,
Section 80 had dropped. Yeah, all that. Right. So I definitely knew the guy. I knew the name, but he was a guy whose music I never really dived into, or dove into, I suppose, outside of a, few things that may have been trending at the time. But this record, fun fact, cinema side, this week was my first time ever hearing this tape in full. Like,
oh, crazy.
Yeah, I know, right? I'd heard songs, by way of friends who were, more tapped into the A$AP movement and the sound and everything. But yeah, this is my first experience with the tape. And this record, Brand New Guy. Let me say it too, because I didn't get I was featuring ScHoolboy Q, produced by Don Cannon and LIVE.LOVE.A AP, as we'll get into. But I gave the record a flat 6. Now, here's the thing. To my understanding, this is kind of like a cult classic.
It's a cult classic record. When this tape came out, this was definitely one of those records that people were hyping up on Twitter, on forums, on the blogs.
Yeah.
I mean, on Tumblr, definitely. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Big time.
I kind of look at ScHoolboy Q and A$AP Rocky as sort of a, one of those like unofficial tag teams in hip hop, like sort of like, I guess, Madman and Madman. Madman. All right, I do this a lot, cinema side. I can't talk some days, and then I create these things like the phrase "best of love." It happens all the time. Yeah, Madman and Redman. Yeah.
Son.
Like that's sort of like an duo that's like unofficial. I guess Ghostface and Ray, like they don't have like, basically they don't have like official billing, but we know them because they do records together. So like I understood this was like a part of that catalog, the Q and Rocky catalog. I'd seen the song title around. It's like, okay, Brand New Guy. I know this one in passing. Like they talk about this one a lot. So I heard it, and my first thought when this came on is, up until this point in the tape, I was enjoying the production for the most part. And then this is the first song where I'm like, wow, for once I wish the beat was more interesting, because the first 4 tracks I didn't really have that issue. And coincidentally, because this is how music works a lot of times, like the beat I wish was more interesting, but the raps it kind of picked up for me. So it's like, I can't, like, I'm waiting on it to just finally connect, like everything to be in harmony. There's like the shit talking up top, which I actually enjoyed. Like the it's big mouth Harlem niggas don't know how to act. I got my West Coast connection. Genius. We know they're infamous for mistranslations. They could be right. Is it these dead in the street industry motherfuckers? I heard down the street industry motherfuckers. Like I guess
same.
Like, right, like him being from New York, maybe like the labels, the buildings down the street, like talking about we can't eat, talking about we brand new guys, so niggas suck a dick. I'm like, okay, I'm with it. As someone who tried to be a professional musician once in my past life. I feel it. I feel that, that indignance, I suppose, towards the labels and the industry and all that. And yeah, that opening line you were talking about, I'm camo down to my boxers, gold teeth, bathe the Nate. It's like, okay. We got like a lot of fashion talk, a lot of aesthetic talk on this tape. But yeah, this is he's setting an image up top. But I'll agree with Q stole the show for me, and we'll get into that. But yeah, I actually enjoyed this ASAP Rocky verse though for what it was. I'm pacifist Mel, so like the whole I got real sentimental about I don't care if you blue or you red flagging, shit like I ain't set tripping, like all my cuz niggas was cracking, all my blood niggas was popping. I'm like, there we go. That's what we need. Everybody, why can't we all just get along? I don't absolutely hate the hook, like Moulz was saying. There are hooks on the tape that I do like kind of despise. This isn't one of them. It's
I guess my question is this: what do you mean the brand new guy? What does that mean?
He explained it. They're like the new guys in the industry, the fresh faces.
Yeah, that, and I assumed it was more about like I'm wearing all this new clothing because he says, like fuck fly, I am fashion. So it's like brand new guy covered in all the brand new clothes. Yeah, right.
Yeah, they're brand new. They're the brand new
guys.
I'll
take it.
In more ways than one.
Right. And I mean the hook's whatever to me because it's just like a lot. It's brand new stuff. Like they're just listening to brand new this, brand new that. It's like brand new. I'm a sort of hand me down thrifty nigga myself, so I don't
it's
really
the fake Houston screwed up vocals for me though.
Yeah. But I'm not mad at this song. Like I guess. Using my 2011 brain and knowing how fresh this sound was, like I can see how this would end up a cult classic. It's not like I'm not baffled by that. It's like, okay, I can see it. You know, even listening in 2022, I'm like, all right, I get it. I can see how this.
There's definitely like worse stuff on this tape for me, for sure. This is not a low light,
right? Yeah, no, not at all. Definitely not a low light. Yeah, but Q had that class. The thing I like most about ScHoolboy Q, we actually talked about this recently. I forgot what episode, but just sort of the TDE dynamic, like at its peak. And Moulz, you were saying like it was kind of weird to have like two sort of esoteric, higher consciousness guys, and like let alone the leader being that, which is like Kendrick. You were like, Kendrick and Ab-Soul kind of both occupy that like,
Yeah, I think Ab-Soul would have stood out more in that group if Kendrick wasn't halfway Ab-Soul himself, basically.
Right, like the fingers pointing at the Koofy sort of sound. Because we were saying like,
especially recently.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. So it was like we were saying like Kendrick was sort of that, Ab-Soul was sort of that, but like J-Rock was the street guy, and Q was like the street guy, but more like party street. J-Rock is more like rough street, I suppose. But with the party street sound, ScHoolboy Q has this sort of effortless coolness about him. Like he's jiggy. He's the jiggy dude, which makes sense. It's
almost the hipster street talk, basically.
Right. Yeah. Which is why he meshes so well with Rocky, to me.
Right. To me, Q always like Q is hard. Like you go back and listen to like Habits and even like Oxymoron, just like like especially Oxymoron. Like he's hard, but he's like not above a good party. Like he always kind of reminded me of Snoop Dogg in that way. I don't think he has any projects that are as good as Snoop's best projects, but like he definitely fills that role. Like especially in sort of like that, like he's like that one gang nigga that everybody knows. Like it doesn't matter who you are, you like I know people like I went to school with Q's, so I recognize that archetype,
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, he's definitely that
comparison and think it sounds crazy now. Keep in mind, the Snoop of today didn't even really come into fashion until the early 2000s, really. I mean, in the 90s, it was Death Row, it was No Limit, and, eventually it was Aftermath again, or some affiliation still with Dre. But, Pharrell didn't come into the picture until what, like 2002?
Yeah, like if that, because that was Pharrell came in around Drop It Like It's Hot, right? Or was that before?
No, there was the Church to the Palace.
Right, okay.
And a couple records, I think like 2 records, because remember, before Drop It Like It's Hot, the album before that had Signs with Justin Timberlake and Charlie Wilson on it, and it had
that was all the
Beautiful.
same album. That was all the same album.
So
Right.
I'm thinking Paid the Cost to Be the Boss might have been the first Snoop Dogg album with Neptune's beats on it. But Mel, what year is that? 01, 02?
Let me see.
I know the
Paid
Neptune's
the
album, he was
Cost.
on there. Clones, that was like 02, 03.
It was
Right,
2002.
he was on Clones. Okay.
Yeah, Paid the Cost to Be the Boss.
But that was the almost beginning of the Snoop rebrand at the time. So I think Q could have a whole second act of his career now that Kendrick has left TDE, where we get almost like, him kind of doing less party records, less turn up type records, and more stuff in the vein of like what he did with Alchemist on the Craft singles, or even his new record. He has a new record, Soccer Dad, that sounds a bit different from some of the other stuff he's been rapping on lately.
That shit was so fire too. I was kind of lukewarm on what was the last one? Crash Talk. Crash Talk has some really cool songs on it, but like as a whole, it's just like Blank Face and Oxymoron are just like better albums. They're just better put together.
Blank Face grew on me
me.
like crazy. That might be my favorite studio album from him at this point.
It's the best one. I definitely agree. It's the best one. But yeah, nah, like they what's it called? Nah, like Q and Rocky they just work together. Especially, I love it when like they do those hot potato type verses and it just like feels natural. Like it doesn't, it doesn't feel like they were in like different booths and just like waiting for the other shit to come in. Like it felt like they recorded that together.
Right.
Even if they didn't, like it's just like, and I think the big difference between like they work well together, but the big difference between Q and Rocky is that Rocky is really good at setting moods and Q is really good at telling stories. And they kind of play off each other in that way. And that's one of the things that I think makes this song so interesting. Because like they're kind of coming at this same theme from slightly different like writing angles.
Mm-hmm.
And it just gels. I don't know. Like not perfectly. It's not like outstanding, but like it works at what it needs to do. It's a real like workman-like song in that way. Especially by 2012 standards. Like it's like Moulz, like you were saying with the like that's a very 2012 flow. And it's crazy that we're at the point now where we can talk about this is a 2012 flow. This shit is 10 years old and we're like contextualizing this for people who are like 5 or even 10 years behind us. Like that's wild to me.
It is wild, man. Like
what was I just thinking about? I think it was in relation to this mixtape. Oh yeah. When this mixtape dropped, it's now been 11 years since this mixtape dropped.
Mm-hmm.
11 years prior to this mixtape dropping, Outkast dropped Stankonia.
Oh man.
Ghostface released Supreme Clientele. Jay-Z dropped The Dynasty. So there's as much time between those albums and this mixtape and this mixtape and this moment right now.
That time we actually did a mini review within this episode, Cinema Side, the Riff Raff album, Neon Icon, and I'm just thinking about that song. That time, it goes on, it goes by, and all that, and it's crazy to think about. Like, I'm hitting the drop.
Looking back is a bitch, isn't it?
Okay, it's crazy. Like there was some tweet today where somebody I don't watch this show because where's my other drop? Here we go. I don't watch the show because we know
them crackers.
But they were saying like the cast of Friends now is like as old as the youngest member of Golden Girls was when it premiered. And I'm just like, that's
crazy.
Like that's insane. But like that's how it works. We're gonna get old. Like I turn 30 next year. It's like, hey man, I can't fight it. I don't want to be like the generation before me and try to fight it. Like I wanna age gracefully. But I mean, this was like the cutting edge. Like in 2011, 2012, like this was the new shit. And now it's like retro. And it's crazy to think about because like in my mind, it'll always be like, oh, this is like the emergence of, this like Tumblr rap and the aesthetic rap and the jiggy rap and the swaggy rap. And it's like, the new swag is like, I don't know, fucking Yeet and NBA Youngboy and Cardi and stuff like that. And I enjoy a lot of that stuff. where it's like, man, I gotta remind myself that this isn't new anymore.
Well, you make
know?
Mel is 6 years younger than me, and like Jeezy is an artist where I feel like I was right there for it, and Mel might have just been a little too young for it at the time.
Right. Like,
and
yeah,
we just missed. Like, there's a different appreciation that, say, I would have for a Jeezy versus Mel in just those span of years. And Mel makes me feel old sometimes when we do like Jeezy reviews. I'm like, shit, this guy was cool.
I mean, to point of Jeezy, I was definitely around. Like, I can tell you stories about the snowman shirt getting banned in the 8th grade. Like,
same here.
Like I was definitely around for the movement, but I didn't really get tapped into hip hop like where it became just the focal point of my life for like another couple years, like after Jeezy was really popping. But these eras, man, like I want to say something too while I'm thinking about what you were saying about like the chemistry between Rocky and Q. Like, it's fresh in my mind because we were just doing it in the Future Monster review this season. Like, we went through the whole history of like Future and Lil Wayne collaborations to like basically arrive at the conclusion that these niggas ain't got no chemistry. Like, they got a lot of records together, but they don't like play off of each other well. Like, it's nothing, like, you can't hear it. Unlike these two, where you can tell like they like each other, they complement each other. Good chemistry when you hear it. So I definitely hear it on here. It doesn't seem like they just plopped two guys together that were coming up at the same time. So I appreciate that about the record for sure.
Right.
Yeah, it's just really what it came down to. The reason that flat 6, I feel like I needed a little more out of the beat. Like, we got some like real cloud rap classics so far on the tape, before track 5 that like I really rock with. And like this one is kind of lacks character compared to those. So I'm like, it's not a bad beat. It's just like, it's not as memorable to me.
Sorry, the animatronic Medusa head is at it again.
Oh, I didn't even hear it. Well, we haven't heard from that thing in a while. Yeah, Cinema Side, there's Moulz has an animatronic Medusa. Didn't it like go off one time without the batteries in it or something?
It's doing that so much now, I don't even find that to be an alarming occurrence. I think it's
just living with a ghost. It's just all right.
That's freaky.
And I've just moved it into the kitchen so I don't have to hear it. I moved it from the living room just now into the kitchen so I further don't have to hear it at all.
Wow. Okay. Hey, however you deal with it,
But yeah, to get back to Mel's point about the beat, like, it's also not my favorite beat on the project, especially because it's, like Clams Casino is, he might as well just like be the second half of this project.
Right.
There's like he produced a good, like not the whole thing, but a good chunk of it, and like his aesthetic was so. Like, he's in a lot of ways like the godfather of like the so-called cloud rap movement, and like this album, this project, this mixtape was kind of like the peak of that. So like it was like, especially now, kind of looking back on it with like 2020 vision, like it's so easy to tell when a song is being produced by Clams versus by somebody who's just like doing the thing that Clams pioneered.
Right.
And that's kind of what's happening here. It looked like, like I said before, it's like workman, like it gets the job done. It suits the vibe. Like it checks off all the boxes without being particularly special. Like to me, like What's Up is a better beat. Fucking the first song is a better beat.
Every beat that came before this is a better beat, if you ask me.
Definitely. Oh, for sure. Yeah. Nah, like let me like let me look at the track list real quick. So yeah, like Palace, better beat. Peso, of course, is not Clams, but better. Or wait, is Peso Clams?
I think so.
Is Peso Clams?
Peso is
Peso is Ty Beats. Ty Beats.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. You're right. Because because Ty Beats did Peso and Purple Swag. So yeah, Palace and Bass and What's Up are all Clams, and those three are just like What's Up is one of that's like almost the perfect. Like, that song is like, it's the perfect version of exactly what it wants to be. Like, that's like not even in the sense that like I love this song with all my heart, but that's like an objectively perfect song. If you think about like early 2010 swag rap, that's it. To me, that's it right there. You know?
I agree with you because it's one of the
Like-
songs on here that I like.
Yeah,
You know,
it's-
yeah.
That's timeless to me. I love that. And like, I really do love that song. It's fucking just a timeless record. But anyway, I'm getting off track. Brand New Guy, solid, fun. Q is like at this point, Q is also like Q was like a feature killer in like the early 2010s. Cause like he had this song, he was on Danny Brown's Old, and his verse on that went stupid. Like Q was just like, he was at that point where he was becoming really reliable as a feature. And this was like right before Oxymoron kind of, because like Habits and Contradictions was the thing that put him on the map as a solo artist. But Oxymoron, especially with songs like Man of the Year and fucking just like Collard Greens,
there,
like
right?
Hell of a Night too, like, you know, like those songs blasted him into the stratosphere. And I think Oxymoron as an album solidified him as like, oh, like he's not just that other guy on TDE, you know? But like I think stuff like this verse on here kind of helped lay the groundwork for that explosion as like a solo artist, just to show like, hey, like he could play off this dude really well and kind of set his own mood and work other places type shit, you know? And yeah, I just think it's like solid. It's not amazing, but it's, you know, like it's a 7+, just like the,
Right.
you know, like it's solid. I enjoy it. I'll go out of my way to listen to it, but won't be like shaking my head and sighing the whole time like, damn, this shit is crazy. Because I don't know about y'all, but like when it comes to songs I really love, like you know, like I will be that obnoxious nigga who will pause a fucking song and just be like, God damn, these motherfuckers are going off, like on some like on some like 65-year-old man listening to like fucking like Luther Vandross, like, oh, they don't make them like that no more. Like that's me, bro. I swear.
I feel you, man, because like you've probably seen the meme around, but I wonder myself, like when we're in the nursing home, like are we gonna be like, you know, a Future song comes on and we gonna be in the nursing home like, huh, that's that shit, y'all don't know nothing about this, like is that like, because you know, like I mean, the way
when we're that old, Future is gonna sound like right now. Future still sounds like the sound of today to some
still
extent.
Contemporary, but
But imagine Future in like 20 or 30 years. Imagine what that would sound like. It's gonna sound, because of how weird and out there I feel like rap could end up in 30 years. Future is gonna sound like Big Daddy Kane.
Right.
No.
Yeah. But all I know is when Rent Money comes on, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. I don't care what year it is. I hear Rent Money, and it's like I assume y'all have seen the memes of like people like it's like a TikTok thing where like they play the intro to Family Ties by Keem and Kendrick, and it's like POV my lungs when they hear the sound of this song, like it's just gonna be like for 4 minutes, just that's gonna be me and Rent Money, you know.
Nice.
Like that's like I'm gonna yell that shit. I don't care where that shit makes me want to fight when I hear it. Like yeah,
I love that. I love that you're open about enjoying music, because that's the thing. I mean, like that's what we're about here, you know. And it's like I get that. It's funny to bring this up on this episode with this tape. It's very aesthetic driven, and I feel like a lot of its appeal is looking and sounding and seeming cool. And I get to a lot of people, it's not cool to be passionate about things, you know. But it's like I've never cared about that. Like, you know, when I give something a 9 or a 10, I'm geeking out, man. Like,
right, let's go. We're taking this thing, we're taking it to the moon. We're pushing this thing all the way to the top.
You know,
right?
And so
you know?
yeah, I respect that.
Hey, to that point, one of the songs I played on This Week in Moulz and Mel, I read Dylan's review of Planet Asia album.
Hey.
Planet Asia drops a lot of music, so I can't keep up with all of it. But I checked out this album and I played a song from it on the show this week. So
there you go.
I appreciate anyone who's unapologetic in their love of any kind of music, really, but especially this rap shit, because it's what we do here.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
and it makes
appreciate
it
that.
more. I appreciate like when you come on and you give something like a 7+. It's like I understand when people come on. Usually it's for stuff they really love. So you hear 9s and 10s a lot when we bring on guests. But like a 7+, it's like that's what makes the 9s and 10s so special. When you can have that sort of restraint and be measured about how much you like something. You know,
Yeah.
I love to hear that 7+. It's like he likes it, but you know he's not going overboard about it. You know, because there are songs that he would go overboard.
With great power comes great responsibility. This ain't no fucking Isn't She Lovely? Okay, we all know it.
Right. Yeah. You know?
Or Another Star if we're gonna talk about Stevie, because that's my favorite Stevie song ever.
It's not touching anything on Songs of the Key of Life, but hey, it's a song. I mean, it doesn't mean it has no value.
Years, this will be our songs in the Key of Life.
Oh, this is gonna be This is
Listen, that brand new guy hit the intercom in the nurse home. We throw up the applesauce. You know,
with the screwed up voice in the chorus. That's how we're gonna be sounding.
You gotta love
hey,
it.
man.
You gotta
hey, man, it's no DJ Screw, but it gets the job done.
You know? Hey, yeah, listen, it's just, yeah, like, I respect the record.
I don't disrespect it. In fact, I almost made a career out of it.
You want to tell them about that?
So,
yeah, please.
When this mixtape came out, the producer, Don Cannon, was not credited, and this producer had not racked up enough credits that people even knew what his last name was. So it was not Lyle McDuff. It was just produced by Lyle. Now, at the time, I'm making beats, putting out a lot of beat tapes, a lot of albums with like half beats, half rappers rapping on some of my beats. And if you searched Lyle producer at that time, I'm probably going to be the first result.
Wow.
And I got a lot of inquiries when this came out. Like, yo, are you the Lyle who did Brand New Guy? I need beats. And I got hit up by a lot of people. And I have to tell each and every one of them, I'm not the guy who did that beat. But I do make beats. And at the time, I wouldn't say transitioning out of the kind of beats that I made, which were primarily, I'd say, like, boom bap, if not like kind of experimental underground beats. Alternative rap to an extent. I was branching out a little bit and just trying to make other stuff. So I was dabbling in some like drill and trap and just other kinds of sounds to show people that, you know, I got other shit in my bag if you're willing to take a chance on me, even though I'm not the guy you're actually looking for. And this led to me briefly becoming a cloud rap producer. So I've brought along some records from the my I'd say like 2-year run as a cloud rap producer from 2012 to 2014.
I appreciate the honesty, bro. I really do. Like the fact that you were like, yeah, I'm not him, but I got this, you know, like you took it and ran with it.
I didn't want to. I mean,
yeah.
I feel like you lie about some shit like that, it will catch up to you eventually, you know? So I just figured, I do make beats though, so if you're here for beats, let me show you what I got. And I ended up working with some people in and around the cloud rap space. So here's a little audio journey. We're just going to play snippets. We're not going to play the full records. I guess let's start off with the first person I said no to. In terms of, I'm not the guy you're looking for, but he took me up on the offer of making some beats for him. This is a gentleman by the name of De Niro Ferrar, and he worked with...
that's crazy. What the fuck?
He worked with, like, Shady Blaze and a lot of, like, the Greenova guys. For the record, I ended up kind of, like, just working mainly with, like, a lot of these Greenova kind of associated acts and underlings and whatnot, so... This is Silencio. I produced this record with De Niro Ferrar, a guy who went on to do some things, I think.
Yeah. All right, well, let's check it out.
Let's go.
Greetings, Earthling. Greetings, Earthling. Welcome to my planet. So hot, even humans can't stand it. I am not human. I'm a UFO. Yeah. Go. I'm a UFO. 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 Nigga, act like you ain't know. I'm on an intergalactic spaceship, and I'm high as fuck, blowing space piff. I'm a UFO. I'm a UFO. In case you ain't know. Greetings, Earthlings. Welcome to my planet where everybody rich like Dubai. Blowing on space fifth. I hope you try. Kill or be killed, nigga. I hope you die. Hung by butt naked jury, no tie. Riding in a spaceship high with no ties. Church in a while when we don't pay our tithes. We sip on my ties and suck on tatas. Feel and I drowned in a pool of my lies. Dilated pupils, pain in my eyes. Money, brain, power, bitch, I'm Popeye. 6 heads, 6 legs, nigga, and 6 eyes. Mark of the beast, nigga, I don't spit lies. And yes, I get high. When I get high, cock my shit back. You gon' sit back. I am not an earthling, don't forget that. I'm a UFO.
Oh
Man,
this new soundboard. We used to be able to do a clean fade.
We're working on it. We're adjusting to the new tech that we have.
I miss when rappers used to talk about Piff. I try to keep that thought alive. Anytime I think something's good, I tend to call it Piff these days. So shout out to Piff.
You don't hear enough people saying something is Piff. And really, we need more rappers going back to saying they're from space, they're aliens, they're UFOs.
Man,
you can't lose that.
We need more weirdo shit. I mean, like, there's plenty of weirdo shit out there already, but like, we need the real, like, we need like the fucking like De La Soul Balloon Mind State fucking. That's like, right. I'm gonna go bust a whip it. And like you guess what I'm telling you right now, type shit. Like we need that. Like,
I feel you, man.
Don't do whippets, please. Don't do whippets. But like,
oh, man.
Yeah.
Listen, Gunna did that, so hopefully you don't have to go through that. Okay.
Please, please don't.
All right.
Now, my excursion continued deeper into the realm of cloud rap, and I started working with a man by the name of Pepperboy. Who he was in the documentary on HBO banging in Little Rock, and he got out of the gang life, and he was kind of doing the whole like Lil B positivity bass freestyle kind of thing for a while. He had gotten some acknowledgement from Lil B, and he was given Greenova South, so they kind of made a subdivision of Greenova. And he was one of the lead Greenova South guys at the time. We did a couple records together. He's the homie. But this is Done to Me by Pepperboy, another one of Moulz cloud rap productions.
All right, here we go.
Let's go.
What have you done to me? What have you done? Different day, but the same war. Life a trip, you never know what's in store. Good days, but a lot be bad. You spent your bill money, that was all you had. I know the feeling. I had to plot and plan. Money come and go, it'll change hands. America, land of the free, but I feel trapped. They got a target on me. The task force, the alphabet boys, they make it hard to hustle. They knocking down doors. Pretty girl, yeah, she want a baby. Then she change on me. You know, try to play me. Child support, she need this and that. Turned on me, left me with my pockets flat. My kid love me, but it's hard to visit. She got a new nigga. Oh, they really did it.
That was
trying
a
to bring
fade,
back
Mel.
the fade. Okay, I mean, yeah, but did you hear the slight jump before it started fading? You didn't hear
I
that?
thought it was great. It was a great fade.
Thank you.
That was clean.
Okay.
Look,
I told you off air. The new Zencaster is acting like a brand new guy, and I don't appreciate it. We've been using it for like 3 years, and he wants to switch up on it. Anyway,
these are some smooth beats, bro.
Hey, I appreciate it, man. I'm out of that life now, but I always have a couple unused ones from back in the day. If people want to rap on something, no cost, no charge, holla at me.
Hard.
we'll get it done. But this next one is by King Beeman, even though now I think he just goes by
Wow.
Beeman, I think. Mm-hmm. This is Black Dress, parentheses, well dressed, and you'll hear these ASAP flows on this one. He's locked into this Live Love ASAP mixtape for sure.
All right.
You'll hear it in the flows. So yeah, this is a record that got quite a bit of burn on like SoundCloud and on YouTube back in the day, but I don't know. I think like, you know, there's levels really to all the SoundCloud stuff. You know what I mean? Like there are guys that are kind of cult figures on SoundCloud, but never made it on the major platforms.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah.
And Beeman's a guy who I think developed kind of just like a pretty solid cult following from himself, you know, despite that. So yeah, let's check out Well Dressed.
Church.
My own mother say that I've been changing. Told her I'ma make it, but motherfuckers faking. Look at me in my face, you'll see that I ain't tame shit. Motherfuckers on they hate shit, I'm on my great shit. How you go from nameless to damn near famous? I'm a rock star, nigga, put me where the stage is. How the fuck they about to get on this? When I took that rap shit and I just owned it. My soul is black, tell me where my soul is at. Remember when I sent you hoes my tracks you wasn't posting at? We could hit the strip club, bitch, I'm up posting back. Swag on attack, I need 100 racks, I'm a Mac. I need so much money, man, I won't know what to do with it. I'm a new nigga, I don't dance and I don't jerk, ho. But I'm on the track with more wave than a surfboat. I'ma hug your bitch like a fur coat. Tall glass of water, yeah, nigga, I don't what she thirst for. And I grind all day, man. What you work for? You ain't work, ho. I'ma throw it in reverse, so watch the guy kick it like judo. Screw flow, probably whipping that two-dough. It's true, ho. I'ma move slow. Coming down, straight drop. These niggas hate, but I'm really throw in the zone. Can't fuck with you silly hoes, cause they always messing up. I need to ride an acceleras, etc., etc.
I get a phone call from niggas like early this evening. I can't believe it. You want me to meet him up in Harlem? I don't even know what's going on. First of all, how the fuck he get out of jail? Maybe this nigga gave me up to get out.
The belly sample, stop it.
That was actually, I think I don't think he did it. I think after we did the record, he asked me if I could put that in there for him instead of a hook. And I was like, yeah, I'll do that.
Shout out to Beeman, you know, a name that kind of synonymous with Beeman to me. Shout out to Alan Wolf. All right.
Oh, Alan Wolf. Yeah, shout out to the homie.
You know,
but yeah, that was early. That was early Beam God. You know, he's leveled up many levels since then. Shout out to him. But you could hear that influence, right, in that flow.
Absolutely,
yeah, definitely, for sure.
Yep. So this, me telling people that I was not the guy who made this beat. I'm someone else, but I do make beats. Long con, I suppose, which was not really a con at all.
That wasn't a con.
I guess led to my inclusion on the Mishka? How do you pronounce it?
Oh,
Mishka.
yeah.
The Mishka, one of these like cloud rap beat compilations that they put out in 2014, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
This is towards the end of my journey. This is the beat that I called Good Hummus, and they put it on a music compilation, and I'm just thinking to myself, I'm a cloud rap guy now. I don't know what happened, but I'm in the fucking cloud rap space, I guess.
You got it. Look, they hit you up in the email. They told you,
You my favorite new dude.
okay, or favorite new guy, perhaps. And
Yeah.
you had to tell them, I'm not the guy you're looking for, but
I'm not that guy, pal. I'm not that guy.
we got that drop too. Yeah, Moulz definitely had to hit. I respect you for it. It's not a con, because I was telling you on the phone. It's like, did you just go with it? Like, you know, but you did what you should have done, which is admit to not being the wild they're looking for, but also being a beat maker.
I lost some people that could have really done something for me, because some people I just told them I'm not him, and they're like, "Oh, okay, thanks."
No, they hit you with.
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
There you go. But it's all good. You got on that Mishka?
I don't even know how to say it, and that'll lead to my big revelation.
Okay.
But,
well, yeah, good hummus, right?
Here's Good Hummus by me.
Let's go.
Hey man, it's kind of hard.
Yeah, this is
I mean,
insane.
honestly, Good Hummus, I think, is one of my best beats. It's definitely in my top 10, maybe top 20 beats I ever made.
Wow.
But the thing about Good Hummus is, I just thought the sample was saying Good
Yeah.
Hummus,
Yeah.
Hummus.
Hummus is real good. Pita chips, they dip good. See, you gonna make me do the ASAP flow. I'm bringing it back. Everything comes back in style.
So here's
Yeah.
the deal, okay? I think, like, it was safe to say at that point, I was fully locked in. I understood how to make cloud rap.
I'd say.
However, I don't like cloud rap.
Damn.
I don't understand cloud rap.
What a
Oh,
twist.
So I just decided I'm going to go back to making beats on the MP because that's what makes me happy.
That's
And that
good.
was
I do
it.
what makes you happy. I respect it.
Yeah, you knowing what makes you happy is
I guess,
it's
you know,
important. You know,
it's like I needed to know that I could. I needed to know that I could keep up with the times production-wise and deliver to clients up-to-date contemporary sounds. And it ultimately, that kind of stuff led me to eventually getting a job in music briefly. But I just enjoy myself more chopping up samples. Like, that, it's just more fun for me. I don't enjoy
Nothing wrong with that.
the cloud, you know?
Yeah.
I was in the cloud for 2 years. I wasn't having the time of my life, guys, I'll be honest.
Look, they told you it was Cloud 9, but I guess it felt more like Cloud 6.
No, we turned the 9 upside down. It's a 6
damn,
now.
son.
6 minus, in fact.
Oh,
Um,
man.
But I
Ryan
have
Bubbles
one
just
last
destroyed it.
record to play. And I'd say
Okay.
this was the official... I wouldn't even call this cloud rap all the way. But this was like the swan song for this era of my production. Friend of the show and frequent guest, Van Buren.
My boy.
AKA
Hey.
Complex.
Yeah, we know him as we met him as Complex. I'll never forget the COM capital P capital L 3 lowercase x capital X. Never
Yes.
forget
On, man.
it. You know,
And, you know, he just sent me his album one day. And I told him, you need to cut half these songs, Playboy.
you hit him with that Moulz executive production. I know all about it.
And we did some editing. We made one new song. This is not the new... Maybe it is. I don't know. I gave him one extra beat. Because he had one from me already on there. This might have been it. Cameron, call in. You got the number. But yeah, this album, Phoenix, which he put out as Complex, but I've since retagged to Van Buren, so I have all his music in the same folder. This is the album Phoenix that was featured on that Two Dope Boys, which we went on yesterday.
Proud. We were so proud when he made it to. We thought we was out the hood, man.
I mean, it was a great moment in time. I don't know
that
what
blog
happened.
era, you know.
It was a good moment. This is my farewell to cloud rap, I suppose. This is Cabin in the Woods by Van Buren, aka or BKA Complex, or FKA, I suppose.
Yeah, there you go.
No twigs.
Right.
This road is less traveled, so serene, and it ain't no thirst traps here, no shireen. These trees are natural skyscrapers, and I'm the maker. Shed a tear for the world, and it'll water these autumn things, and the leaves flutter as you pass. You disturbing things, it's all so simple here, and you brought your urban things. Need paper and murder trees, but this my sanctuary. Delight in solitude, that means I'm a wild beast, or maybe a god to you. So that means don't bother, do be careful when you pass between the trees within this forest. You might just go missing. One more for the stories. I'm the rap game Yoda. Call my domain Dagobah. Stay out here all by myself so I can turn my ego up. Self-imposed exile. Still recording all the best files. I'm screaming at the trees. They holler back when they fall. They at my beck and call. I'm the best of all. Trying to get my cabin in the woods, away from civilization. I sit in the woods of creation. In my cabin in the woods, I'll be in the hood. I'll be in my cabin in the woods.
The voice.
The voice, yeah.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
No cabin in the woods.
You know?
That voice is putting in over. I don't know who that is, but they were on so many people's songs at that time.
Yeah.
Hey man,
The voice with the most features in hip hop.
he was running that shit up.
Yeah.
Well, Moulz, you know what this means? There's gonna be a cloud rap revival at some point.
I'm
And
already. Listen, I'm way ahead of you. I'm back, baby. I'm here to announce the cloud has reformed. Okay, this ain't no cumulus cloud either. This is a hip hop cloud, and it's Moulz's hip hop cloud. From one to all, I'm coming back. I actually have been in touch with one of the producers from the cloud rap era, who used to, we used to go back and forth, send each other music we were working on. The cloud has reformed. Okay,
All right.
ASAP. Hit me up. All right. I know that this live guy is probably busy now. I'm around. I can just do this. This is all I do.
Yeah, Rocky got Rihanna baby money. He can afford to pay you some shit too. So come on.
That's right. Also,
I know you're not doing shit. You're chilling with the baby, and you're fucking on daddy duty, feeding Gerbers. And
main
shit.
attractions. My door is open. Space goes pert. Fat Tony, of course.
Shout out to Tony, bro.
Anyone who come like I said, come all. The cloud has reformed from 2022 to 2024. I'm running it back as a special 10-year anniversary cloud special.
See, but this is how the universe works, though. Now that you were able to successfully, mimic the sound and get some placements, but you didn't enjoy it. But now, when you're gonna try to actually do something, they ain't gonna be around no more.
Now, what's gonna happen is, listen, best of love to Jonathan Cloud, but I might have to be Moulz Cloud.
Oh man, don't do that to John. I love you, John. Shout out to John.
God, shut him down, Jonathan Cloud. All right, Moulz Cloud is scary.
Other clouds seem to be forming. I don't know. There's a weather pattern. Something about the climate change going on.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Well, hey, best of luck on that. I won't stop you. I'm sure you can do that and rap. Yeah,
I'm
shout
upset.
out to Cloud Rap.
I'm upset for the record about all of that. I'm not actually upset, but no, do it. Do your shit. Run your shit. Run it all the way up. You might as well.
Yeah,
you gotta put me on real notes as one of Cloud Rap's pioneers, okay? We need the full press run. I need the whole everything. I need Karamanica on the line. I'm coming back, baby.
Whenever you're ready, bro. You just hit my line when you want that shit.
Oh my god. You were definitely, see, the pioneers, they were going all around with the wagons. You were the dude on the skateboard, like hitching on to the back of the wagon.
Well, listen, they thought I was a brand new guy. What do you think? I'm telling them I'm not that guy.
You know? He said clams who? Jersey what?
Schoolboy Q? No, this is Schoolboy Moulz, okay?
Oh my god. Stop. Oh, brother. Listen, the only other things I have to say about this record, I guess I'll just go down the list here. I almost got upset, the hip hopper in me, the Wayne Stan in me, when he was ASAP Rocky said, "Banana Clip on that chopper, I hold heat. Bangers bang, let Chiquita speak." And I'm like, you ain't Chiquita, because Wayne said that, all right? And then I ran it back over and over this week. I'm like, wait, that is Wayne. I think that's the soundbite of Wayne saying, "Let Chiquita speak" from John. And then I'm like, okay, you're excused. I like it. I love.
Here's my knock on that. John was too new at the time to be referencing. Listen, and Wayne ain't dead, so okay. Don't tell me you're just bigging up your brother. Okay, you don't know this man just yet.
Oh man. Okay, fair enough. And John wasn't a particular highlight of Wayne's career, but you know, Schoolboy Q. I love him coming in, you know, now which nigga wanted with the fat boy. I pop for that in the car. Now, the line clipped up like I'm paranoid, high as hell, nigga Fitzroy. I saw it on Genius, and I'm like, who the hell is Fitzroy? You know, and you know me, you know, I like to be knowledgeable, so I was going to look it up. And I'm like, for once, I clicked that because I don't be trusting them annotations. But I'm like, all right, listen, if they know who Fitzroy is, I want to know who Fitzroy is. And I clicked on it, and I found out apparently he meant Elroy Jetson. Okay, like he explained this in like an interview, and I'm like, oh my god, you know what? That I can't put. I had to knock you for that, Q. It's unforgivable. This is why you do what Mel did when he would get referential in his raps and Google your fucking lines. All right, okay, because that's it's inexcusable. Fitzroy ain't real. We don't know who Fitzroy is.
Like I'm you know, as an avid old cartoon historian myself, I'm very offended.
Word.
And Q should send me a couple bucket hats, because I know he's got a. I know, bro has a closet full of them, because them shits were popping. They're popping now, but they were like especially popping back in like 2012, 2013. So send me like 4 signed, so I can give one to my girlfriend, and then like one I could keep, and then the other 2 could just go in a closet somewhere. So Q, I'm coming for you, bro.
Yeah,
you gotta hook me up.
You know that
for
was a
fucking
crime.
Fitzroy.
Listen, Cinema Side, I feel you, because we did it. I think I talked about it when we did the Acid Rap review. I was so offended in 2013 as a Nickelodeon man. Okay, when Chance was like, still got orange cassette tapes with Timmy, Tommy, and Chucky, and I'm like, no, hold on. Okay, first of all, Timmy was long after the orange cassette tape era. Tommy and Chucky, yes, I had those tapes, but the Fairly Odd Parents was like early 2000. We got DVDs at this point. All right, so they weren't even dropping the. Now I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure.
You know what? I'm gonna defend Chance the Rapper in a first time ever defense of this man. Okay, are you ready?
Sure.
They taped over the Nickelodeon tapes with the Fairly Odd. They've just put the little piece of tape over the, you know, in the corner.
That's a VHS classic. Putting the little.
VHS,
oh my god! To record over like official tapes.
I'm just saying, it's plausible that Nickelodeon was recorded onto a pre-bought Nickelodeon video cassette. You know, it's not impossible.
Okay.
All right. Back to degrading this man.
Now, hang on. I just looked it up. Apparently, there were some Fairly Odd Parents things that were released on the orange cassette tape.
Oh, there were?
The TV movie Abracatastrophe was released on DVD and VHS.
You're really trying to test Chance the Rapper's child
I had to.
media
I was offended
prowess?
in 2013 because I was the children's media man. I'm like, no way, we're not gonna have these kind of mistakes. Okay, but hey, I was wrong. I apologize. Okay, to Chance the Rapper. Okay, my bad. Carry on. It's all good. Yeah. You know, where's your fellow Chicagoan? Here you go. This is
Cause the more you know, the more you grow, the more you have responsibility to show what you know.
There you go. Okay.
Oh my God, what the fuck was that?
Listen, the VH1 Storytellers Kanye episode is full of sound bites. Okay. Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, what else? Schoolboy Q. I enjoyed the line, pop me a pill and throw that pussy a rave. That was funny. Nappy chin hairs with a brand new fade. That's good imagery.
Yeah, that's fire.
Yeah, that's fire. Biggie and Nas put their ass in a blender, sprinkle some 50, and out came this nigga. I don't know about all that, but it sounds cool. Okay?
Bro.
It sounds cool.
Hey,
I'll give him that.
You know what? If you don't believe it, who will? Okay?
Yeah,
Right.
you know? And he
Sell
raps
it to
in
me.
such a way that it sounds believable. It's cute, you know?
Right.
I very much enjoyed equipped with a gat and a dick in your mouth, balls in my hands, your bitch in my house, twisting up weed, I'm figuring out, just filling out, do all that shit you be talking about. Why you gone? Shit, Netflix on her couch. I think he was ahead of his time. But
Dude, he was sliding. His flow on there was not the 2012 ass flow that
It was
Robbie's
not.
doing. He found such an interesting pocket on this beat.
And see, this is what. No, sorry to cut you off, Mel. This is exactly what I'm talking about with the flow because he does something similar on the Danny Brown song. Like, Q is great with flows. He always has been, and that's one of the things that makes him such an interesting rapper. Like, he never sounds the same on any one particular song, which is pretty cool. It's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard to do that. You know,
it is difficult.
Yeah.
You know.
And yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
He's definitely like ahead of his time with the Netflix on your couch shit.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, this is before Netflix and chill really took off,
Mhm.
so I was surprised to hear that. And yeah, only other thing, we played him earlier, Van Buren. I remember him quoting this, like, rap game fucked up, boy. Fuck you think I rap for? So hearing this, I'm like, oh, it's that line. But I'm like, this doesn't really make sense to me. Because if the rap game's fucked up, why are you rapping? You know, same thing. Crack game fucked up, boy. Fuck you think I trap for? It's like, I don't know. I would do something that isn't fucked up, personally. But I don't know. Sounds cool, I suppose. Yeah, and final note, I pulled up the skirt off, vodka shots he smeared off. I'm like, that's cute. I like that. You know, vodka smearing off. I like it. But yeah, that's all I got, you know. Maybe Moulz with your cloud rap revival, I'll get deeper into cloud rap, and this song will go up in the future. Maybe it'll be a 7 for me one day. You never know. But yeah, flat 6 for now. I ain't mad at it, you know.
You know what? I'll say this.
Yeah.
I didn't like being a cloud rap producer, but I would prefer it to a lot of other things in life.
No, certainly. Certainly. But yeah, you know.
Brand
new guys.
And the brand new guys are in the
Cinema
zone. Okay. So before we leave, though, Dylan, if there, or any things you'd like to plug or any shout outs, the floor is yours.
Let me see. So, good question. What am I doing right now?
I feel you.
I'm working on a lot of projects. Some that I can't really reveal. I got a really big guest coming on next week's, or depending on when y'all air this, the September 14th episode of Real Notes is going to be nuts.
Okay.
I'm pretty excited about it. He's somebody I've been fucking with for like a decade who just put out a solo album.
Actually, that's today. If they're listening to this the day it drops, so guys, check that out.
As soon as y'all done with this, go check out Real Notes, okay?
All right. Okay. So I can say it in that case. We got fucking Michi Darko coming on the podcast.
Okay.
Yeah, we just recorded it yesterday. So yeah,
Awesome.
if it's coming, yeah, beautiful. All right, great. So yeah, check out the latest episode of Real Notes with Meech. We talk about movies. He's really into horror. He's a sicker motherfucker than me. I didn't think that was possible.
I'm a horror connoisseur.
Yes.
Yeah, he is too. Like, he kind of surprised me, honestly. So like, I got that going on.
And that's Real Notes, like REEL, like a film reel, folks. When you go to look for it.
Yeah. Thank you, bro. But other than that, I just wanted to take the time to shout out. I've been listening to her last album, The Art of Geekin'. Baby Africa, who's a rapper out of Inglewood, California. She was co-signed by Saweetie a couple years ago, but she's super dope even without the co-sign. The Art of Geekin', I've been listening to it a lot the last couple days, and she's dope. She just got out the hospital. She had an allergic reaction to some medication, and she's like a lot better now. And the project's dope, and she's still alive. So go run her up.
Gotta love
That's
that.
BBY Africa with a CKA at the end. AFRICKA. She's extra fucking dope. She's a lot like basically if you like any sort of street rap that's coming out of like Detroit or the Bay right now, like she's kind of on that type of time. But it's a little different. But like she's more California than Detroit. But the two of them are kind of like pulling from the same source pool, if you get what I mean. So go run her up because her shit is fire, and I'm a fan. So shout out to her.
Nice. Okay. Well, hey, I learned about a new artist here tonight. I'm gonna check her out. Hey, brand new gal. All right.
Yeah, brand new gal, and we're glad to hear she's feeling much better after this hospital scare. So run her up. And Dylan, Cinema Side, thank you very much for joining us.
Yo, thank y'all for having me, man. I'm happy we could like really just dig into a song and just like we really just went for like a whole hour on just one song, and that's
that's how we do it. And I'm real glad that you could join us, take part in it, and be part of history with us. I appreciate you, man.
For real.
All right. Well, I guess we'll get back into living and loving ASAP.
Living La Vida ASAP coming soon.
All these years later, I don't know. Okay, I gotta ask. Do y'all think we're ever gonna get another Rocky album? Because he might. Because he and Rihanna.
He's gonna join his baby mama in activity.
I don't know how much he loves rap. Like, I'm sure he's a big fan of the genre. I don't know how much he loves rapping, I should say.
Yeah, it always kind of seemed like an extra thing he could do, and it just kind of took off when he was on his like Tumblr pretty boy shit. So
he's a model to me. He's Yam's model, and Yams architected the sound, the producers, the aesthetic, the marketing, the promotion, the influencers that he's gonna tap into. All of that was masterminded by Yams. I mean, Yams just knew he needed a vessel like Rocky, who's basically, the pretty motherfucker. You put a bunch of fly clothes on him, and, you have Yams in his ear kind of calling the plays. And that, I was telling you in the DMs before we were going to get up today that, like, something was definitely lost. And I'm not even a fan of this stuff. But you can hear, post Yams, I don't know how much, like, he loves the game, basically.
Yeah, that definitely remains to be seen. And yeah, you can tell, even just based on the difference between a project like Long Live ASAP and, of course, everyone's favorite, Testing. Like there's yes. Like there's just a general, like, not even a dip in quality, but just like a
enthusiasm in general from the artist himself.
Right, and just like a lost sense of focus. It's strange, but it is what it is. We'll see what he brings to the table.
I'm a Rihanna fan, so I want R9, but I'm also like, I don't know. Mel has been saying for years she's not putting out another album. Like, no,
she got that Fenty money. She's out of here, bro.
I've been telling Mel, like, no, she owes the label 3 more albums, so we're at least getting 2 more in a greatest hits. And when she finally became a billionaire, I'm like, oh my God, she's just going to buy her contract out. Fuck. Yep. She's never putting out another album.
Yeah. I respect it. But
we can hope, man. We can hope. Because, like Auntie was something. Yeah, I've been a Rihanna fan from jump. So I'm just like, like from like Ponda Replay was such a huge part of my childhood. Like all that shit was. So like, and yeah, just both of them. You know, like I'm also more invested in a new Rocky album because his verse on the Black Thought and Danger Mouse project was really solid. Yeah. I mean, if he wants to drop another album, hopefully it's good. I don't know what to say.
I mean, he's been putting out videos and stuff, so I think he is going to drop something.
Oh, that thing that dropped recently, him and Cardi, like it was an Instagram exclusive.
Yeah, so
Right.
I don't know. I'd be on the lookout for something probably like next year at some point, but
Right.
is it going to be any really like different from Testing, or is he kind of lost in the sauce musically and just on the outs with the trends basically?
I don't know, man. I don't know, but he just as long as he's not slipping on semen, I'm sure he'll be fine.
There it is. My favorite Rocky story.
Ever.
Yeah. Listen, shout out to ASAP Rocky. Shout out to Rihanna musically. Yeah, I'd love another album. I think she's done and I respect it. But listen, I've been listening a long time too. I have a vivid memory of me crying in my room in the 8th grade listening to Unfaithful. So I fuck with Rihanna. You know, best of love to both of them. And R.I.P. to Yams for sure.
Yeah, R.I.P. to Yams, bro. What a just the amount of people he touched, even outside of ASAP, bro.
I think he gave a lot of people their sauce, not only musically and aesthetically, but on Twitter too. Like he was one of those original like Twitter dudes that people I think took a lot of cues from. But I remember Van Buren, I was with him the day we were in St. Louis. Like I can't remember. We were in a restaurant and he told me, he's like, "Oh, ASAP Yams died." And I'm like, and he kind of gave me a crash course on like who he was and his importance to that whole movement. I'm like, oh damn, you know. So yeah,
right.
Rest in peace to Yams.
Yeah, rest in peace to Yams, for real. God damn.
Yeah. But we gonna keep the legacy alive, you know, on Rap Rankings, talking about the importance of this era and all that. So
come on now.
You know, so yeah, it's been great.
Yeah, thank you again, and folks, stay tuned. We got more where this came from, shockingly.
Oh, bless y'all. Thank you.
Yo, it's Mel from Rap Rankings. To hear the full episode this clip comes from and all the other episodes, stop by raprankings.com or search Rap Rankings on your favorite podcast platform.